My jersey is not retired. You know, somebody's wearing it. I love how we defended. You know, we guarded to hold them to 21 in the first half, and I think we were really efficient offensively. You know, you felt like you didn't shoot it as well because you didn't make threes, but we really did shoot it well and we're very efficient. Garrick needed a game like that. He really needed a game to bounce back. You know, he didn't play as well as he wanted in New York and gave us a good lift off the bench. So, you know, good win for us, and you know, turn around and get going here tomorrow again.
When he gets going early, where he doesn't get called for traveling or turn it over the first possession, how different is he?
Take some pressure off us too when he can come in and score like that. One of the things we really talked to him about the last 2 days was slowing down and keeping it simpler around the basket. You know, not, you know, sometimes he gets overly crafty with the, Bernie, what do you think? You like the look? Huh?
Interesting.
Yeah. So he sometimes degree of difficulty. So I said, just keep it simple. Now, he was fortunate tonight. They didn't double him, you know, so he was able to go with a nice pace. And, you know, and as good as he was offensively, he was as good defensively, walling up their big guys, rotating over and putting his body on people. So, you know, good for him. He needed that.
You talked the other day about he doesn't have to shoot every time you dump it down to him, but he didn't kick it out a whole lot.
Well, when he's one-on-one like that, I think we want him to go to work. And you know, I thought in New York he tried to step through some semi kind of crowds or double teams, and that wasn't the best for us.
They had a lot of good looks underneath. You're happy with the defense once the ball.
Yeah, I mean, I thought we came over and had bodies on people. You know, they missed some easy shots early that probably would have given them a little more confident. But, you know, we're doing a good job of rotating over, and our big guys of, you know, keeping post guys at least from burying us too much. Now, again, that's going to be tested when you're playing some more physical teams. But if we can just we're a good position defensive team. That's what we have to be. And then not let them get second shots. And we really didn't do that. And we ran a little bit. We got a couple buckets early. But in the second half, you know, our efficiency was really good. And we were, you know, low post touches were good.
Mike, not that it was a crisis with Jaron or anything, but what has he located maybe last couple games that wasn't quite there?
Yeah, you know, maybe a little calmer, not putting the weight of the world on missed shots. You know, I think for him, when he missed some shots, be up until the second half of BYU, he had the weight of the world on him, and you know, would let that affect the rest of them. I think he's come a long way at being able to flush that and defend, and you know, also drive it. You know, we want him driving the ball. I like how he's driving the ball for us.
How big of a stretch is this 3-game stretch for Zach? Just
Yeah,
bump him
it was
up.
good to get him. You know, I wanted to get him in there. We gave him some time in there. You know, he's been a guy that it's a long season. I think we're going to have him through there eventually. You know, so for him to get in there, and how many minutes did he get? You know, 6 minutes, but he's in there playing with the key guys, I think was important. And, you know, you hope you can do that some more, and even maybe Austin, because Austin has practiced very well.
Where does August need to improve?
You know, probably just slowing down and kind of slowing down and understanding our stuff. He's getting a feel for our system. Sometimes he plays a little too fast, but you love his activity. He's always running and playing hard and active, and you love that about him. And so we just want to keep, you know, growing him, because I think it's going to be important for us.
It's the second time Sherman came off the bench and led the team in scoring. Do you foresee a time where maybe you move him up into the top 5, or do you like him coming off?
Right now, I like that, where we're at. You know, that starting 5, I think, is pretty darn solid, but I don't think you're ever etched in stone. If we feel we're struggling and we have to make a change and bring one of them off the bench, I wouldn't have any problem doing that. Right now, I like him coming in and, you know, giving us a little lift when he comes in and giving Jack that first rest.
They shot only 32% from the field. How much credit do you take for that?
I would, you know, they missed some easy ones. Overall, though, our body position was very good. You know, I mean, we're good at staying in front of people. We're not going to turn you over much, but this is how we play. And, you know, we've done a good job, this team last year and this year, not letting people get going from the three-point line. You know, that's how GW beats you. You know, they throw in 11 threes. And, you know, you look at the upsets around the country, it's always a team throwing in double-digit threes. We've been very good on both of those, and that's kind of what we hang our hat on. You know, we played a lot of zone in the second half against BYU to get us out of there, and we went to some zone tonight eventually, and it slowed them down even more and took more time off the clock.
Did you dig that out of mothballs?
No, I had the equipment manager bring it out, man. I said I got to try it on one more time, you know, for everybody.
What is it about this group where if you're playing at home, especially these early games, empty seats, they still go out there, still business as usual, take care of it?
Yeah, I really respect our guys because, you know, through this win streak, we've had a lot of different atmospheres in here. You know, through 103 and 7, there's been a lot of different atmospheres. And they just always play and figure it out and provide their own energy. So I'm proud of that.
Armwood and McDonald didn't score for the first 11 minutes of the game. What you guys do to slow them down? You
know, I think Eric did a good job, just his body position on him. You know, he was getting stuff in transition in their previous 2 games. You know, it's also a freshman on the road playing a Big East team. That's probably a lot to ask to be the leading scorer again. But I think Eric was just really solid. And anytime he did beat Eric, Jack, Scott, and Garrick rotated over with big bodies. There wasn't a lot of room for him to get in there.
Just lean on that A10 angle a little.
I did before the game. I said, hey, you know, all I know is we haven't beat an A10 team in our last 2 shots. Let's see if we can beat an A10 team. And, you know, got after them about that a little bit. But I think they were ready to play. And, you know, I think we're looking at this segment. We like that there's a lot of games coming, you know, and you know, we got some other guys in there too. Got Zach in there, and some other guys got some minutes. Have a great holiday, guys. See you Saturday.